Don't worry. Pick RUNE. Pick RUNE, be happy. Woo! Boo-ba-doo, boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Pick RUNE, be happy. Woo! So Shadowverse, you want to do this every day? Fine, we'll do this every day. Let's go. The last time I came this early, let's just say I'm still single. Anyway, let's get to these cards. We're gonna go with Portal Craft, the next card revealed, and it's gonna be Artifact Duplicator. Fanfare, randomly summon a copy of a different artifact. Followers destroyed during this match until your area is full. Okay. So let's think about this in rotation. So it's a random, it has to be different. So you have to have 5 different destroyed artifacts to get the most out of this card, right? The absolute most would be 5 different artifacts dead. Can you do that? I think yes, you can. All right, so currently here are your beloved Portal Craft cards in the game. So obviously it's going to be really easy to even get those. We still have mechanization that's still going to be there, and there goes 4 right there right off the bat, right? So that's going to be pretty good. You also still have the apparatus, which is going to give you a couple, including the prime artifact. Also 2 from this one, Hydro Alchemist. We also have the Beer Fading artifacts. It's also going to help with this card. It's not an artifact, but the invocation is going to be a lot easier to trigger on after turn 7, right? When that card gets played, even more artifacts going to die. This guy's going to keep getting played. And I'm a dum-dum, by the way, because I realized that this card's a fanfare and I'm thinking of it as it's a spell. So only 4 artifacts. I'm sorry. I know you guys, someone's in the, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. So 4 artifacts will come out. He comes out and 4 other artifacts will come out. So what you could do here, I think the best one, right? Because now they have that other Portal Craft card that they revealed where you put a Radiant artifact in there. So you can have him, a Radiant artifact, a Prime, like, you know, just make this big fat stacked board, you know, Prime, and then get the Ward, and then, you know, maybe get another one, the Guardian Ward, but it's kind of hard to separate them. The Guardian artifact, you know, have 2 wards, a storm, and a big minion that keeps coming back over and over and over again. So that could be interesting, unless they introduce a brand new artifact, like a brand new artifact that might tip the scales. He's still a pretty good card. And remember, he's turn 7. You can have 3 of them, so they can clear that whole board, and you can turn 7 drop it right back again, because this is destroyed artifacts, right? So it has nothing to do with your deck or your deck running out or anything of that nature. So I think this is pretty good. There's a decent amount of artifact into the hand stuff now, like I guess get the artifacts from your hand, play them, they get destroyed, and should be enough by the time he's played. Even if you only get like 2 or 3, it's still pretty good in my opinion. So I actually think that this is a really big boost for Artifact Portal, which is still Lashana Portal. Lashana is still the main card, but it's also good for Maisha as well. That whole deck archetype is still revolved around those 2 cards, so I mean, it is what it is. Next up, another Portal card, Hamlin. He's back. Puppet Boy's back, which is where I used to see him. So Fanfare, select the follower in the hand that originally cost 3 play points and put a copy of that follower into your hand. So they just copy paste. What is it? What does they say? Like, oh man, here, take my homework, but don't, like, you know, just change it up a little bit so the teacher doesn't notice. So then you can select the follower Evo. Oh, so you can now Evo and do it again. But he is now a 4 cost instead of it being a 2 cost. He is a 4 cost 4/3. So that's actually pretty good. So he's evolved. He's gotten better. So now he can copy 2 cards, which I'm still saying this card. I'm telling you that this card is good. I've actually, like I said, I made a deck a long time ago before with this card, and Hamlin was one of the best. Hamlin was like one of the best in the deck with that, because I just kept copying him over and over again. So even if the opponent was able to kill it, I just kept making more of it and making more of it and making more, and to the point where they didn't have enough evos and the card would just start to grow, and you were protected with wards, and it was good. You know, it was fantastic. Also, this card can be used to copy Shin for Lawful Light. Just make a bunch of him and then evo him when you can, and then just hold that Chaos Awakening. That's actually an option too. And also, if we're thinking about artifact, remember there are these nice little Mecha Wing Wielder is a really good option as far as, you know, getting the artifact cards in your hand if you're gonna play that other card we just revealed. Don't see her that often, but remember, this card allows you to play all the other destruction cards on any minion that you have on the field. And I really think that she is a good option in decks in general, but also if you want to just run it, drop that board. Remember, turn 9, think of turn 9, you drop this guy, possibly kill something or use something to kill, and then there's that one empty board space, right? And then boom, you drop Rukina of the Resistance. They can't destroy any of your stuff. They have to deal damage to all of it. That would be nuts. Like, oh, it would be so crazy, especially if one of the artifacts that die could have been like the ancient one with the 3/1 rush, and then everyone else you just protect with this on the turn 9 spell. Could be crazy. Or if you're even thinking crazier, is that if we look at Shin again, because I'm thinking about him in the deck, him reducing the cost of the cards in your hand, so you can do even crazier combos if you get that, especially 10th turn or later. Remember. Of course, you can also use it on Maisha. Of course, more Maisha, more threats, more Progression's Blade, more does this sadden you? You know, whatever, whatever your heart desires. Next up, we got a Dragon Legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what the Dragon Genesis Dragon reprint. Please don't be broken. All right, accelerate 4, gain an empty play orb if you can evolve and have at least 1 evolution point. Use 1 evolution point and deal 3 damage to all followers. So it looks like these things are separate. So gain an empty play orb, I think would happen automatically. And then if you can evolve and have at least 1 evolution point, you use 1 and deal 3 damage for 4. Think about that. You play this for 4 costs as an accelerate. Gain an empty play orb. Use an evo point to AoE clear to do 3 damage to all followers, so including your own followers, right? Which is not that bad because there are things like, you know, Gillenese, I think, is that the name? Whatever that stupid annoying card this name is. So you do have that could be on the field, and yes, super duper. But obviously we're thinking about gaining play orbs early and clearing a whole board on your turn, which is like if you're going second, right? To clear the whole board plus get it, like this card is nuts. And yes, it is still that good old 7, 8, 10 cost Storm. I actually would like to see this. What is it, like Heaven's Gate and those kind of things? Because cards like this reduce to 0. And if it's not, if it didn't get reduced to 0, you just gain your empty play orbs and just start the madness. Dragon's gonna be a threat. Well, Dragon's always been a threat, but I am hoping that they get a little bit more gusto, because I really feel like they're lacking behind so far with the reveals. Next up, Mysterio Runecraft coming into there. It's a 2-cost spell, so everyone get pissed. And it is select a follower in the hand, put a copy of it. Oh dear Lord. Oh god. Oh no. It doesn't even have to. Okay, so the danger. What's dangerous about this card, right, is that it's a follower. It doesn't even matter what it doesn't have to be rune specific, it doesn't have to be neutral. It could be any follower that's in your hand and you will make a copy of it. You don't even lose the card, like you know, anything like that, but I mean, why would you? But you just get a copy of it. So let's do Nightmare Fuel, right? Let's just do some Nightmare Fuel. So you have 3 copies of this, right? Now you have 3 copies of this. So potentially you can play Miranda 6 times. You can play Anne 6 times. It makes no sense, but you can play Ryo 6 times. You can just do stupid stuff. Like, this is, RUNE didn't need that. More Zealot of Truths, but I'm assuming for these cards, I keep in mind that it makes a copy of it. I highly doubt it keeps the spell boost, but it's still pretty crazy that you can then copy a Zealot of Truth in your hand. It's a spell, so it's going to spell boost it, right? More Prophecies of yeah, you don't ever want to copy that, right? But it's just crazy on what you can do, like as far as the options of copying a card in the hand and then having another copy of it immediately in the hand. I think that's what trips me out the worst of it, is that, you know, Miranda, sometimes you don't draw the second one, whatever. Or if you did draw Anne early, but you're not, you know, drawing too much Mysterio, you have a 2-cost spell now that's gonna not only Mysterio boost those cards if you're running Mysterio, but just give you another copy of it, so when you start drawing the other Mysterio cards, it's like, oh, fine, that's great. It's just like, what are they doing? Yo, RUNE is I mean, to be fair, Mysterio has been on the low ball. You don't really see Mysterio that often, but making it a spell is what makes it absolutely crazy. This card would be amazing if, you know, because I think Earthright is slowly coming back up, right? This card just duplicating it in the hand is nice and cheap, and with as long as there's Earth sigils in effect, you're gonna be in a really good spot. Like this, I can't even look at all these cards and like actually think about the possibilities of running something and possibly playing it like 4 to 5. It's honestly, you're gonna play like 4 to 5 times, right? And even this Presto Change coming in the last one, like to take a transforming an amulet or a follower. Like RUNE is becoming like they're gonna start getting to the point where there's actually a crafted deck that might be as consistent as Sword when it comes down to like actual frequency, and that's not what RUNE was always supposed to get. This actually, not that it makes me upset, but it definitely puts, it scares me, I should say. It scares me that, you know, something like this is really shifting RUNE to be possibly top 1 based on what I'm seeing right now. I think once the death crafters, the you know, the people that really go hard, seeing what's good and what's not, like I don't necessarily even look at this as a Mysterio card, but yes, it works really good with Mysterio because you can copy any little card that you have. 2 of those, even though that 2 cost that gets you a thing, you can put 2 of those now in your hand. Like, it's insane. And then you come here and it's like, hey guys, Szell's coming back. And Szell was actually one of the crazier cards because yes, this is the same thing. So he's 5 costs, which I feel like mentioning the cost of any Dragoncraft card is like almost irrelevant. But yes, he's 5 costs. Fanfare, give +2/+2 to another ally follower, and then if Overflow is active, you can evolve this and give another ally follower a Storm, very likely the one you just gave +2/+2 to. Alright, so I was looking through all like the Dragoncraft currently in the rotation. I don't remember any of the cards that were revealed so far, but since Szell is 5, and I'm thinking like turn 9, turn 10, right? This is a nice one. If we're thinking about evoing, then this card is +2/+2, so it's then at 7, so it's a 7 hit to the face. But you know, also if it had this effect, that'd be good too, right? But I couldn't really find like, yeah, Galamex, and I was calling this card something completely different, right? It's definitely Galamex. And I know someone's probably, you don't know Dragon. Yeah, I hate Dragon. Of course I don't know Dragon. So, and that's what I'm gonna have to default to, is that I don't know exactly what card this is supposed to pair with. That's gonna make it like super strong because it's 5 costs. Like it's kind of rough. I don't see, but there could be something that I'm missing. That there's a card that like gets boosted in the hand or becomes cheaper in the hand for Dragon. I don't remember them having anything like that, but I know that they do have cards that lower the cost of cards in the hand, so there might be a potential combo, but it looks like it might be like very luck oriented, and Dragon already has very consistent stuff. So you let me know in the comments if I'm missing a combo. I'm probably missing something. I'm almost 100% sure. Portalcraft getting Icarus back. What is the point of rotation? What is the point of rotation if you're just going to just put the cards right back? What is the point? Anyway, Icarus is back. Fanfare, put a random non-artifact card that costs 1 play point or less from your deck into your hand. Non-artifact card. And then Evo is the same. It looks like oh no, it's not the same. Put a random artifact follower that costs 1 play point or less from your deck into play. But that one is an artifact follower, and the first one is a non-artifact card. So these are our options currently within rotation, right? So this could be a free orb. If you like, we're talking about like gearing your deck towards it, right? Free orb, free mecha gun wielder, which is good for the artifacts. Augmentation bestowal, sorry. That's also got, so pretty much everything here is pretty good. I would definitely maybe like not put this in. I don't know if you really want to be drawing that. If you skim your deck out to be like these 3 things, or if you're going purely, you're like, I'm just going pure artifact, then maybe just keep this one and then just this, and then that card will pretty much give those to you. You could go mechanization, but I kind of feel like there's so much ways, like you probably don't need mechanization. It might just be clutter in the deck, and you can probably put some other things. With that card giving you one of these automatically, I feel like mechanization kind of takes a backseat to getting these instead with that card. Then on top of that, when you evo it, you would then get a random artifact follower that costs 1 play point or less, which at the moment is just going to be the rush, the 3/1 rush, and the 2/1 last words when it draws a card. And this card is turn 4 with good stats. It's gonna evolve to full stats. A little hefty because obviously the old Icarus was a 2 cost, but I do like the card. I think he's definitely good. Nice to get some more artifact support. Next up, Haven's getting their weird hound, but he's pissed for some reason. All right, so this one starts off with ward. I think before it had to have an evil follower in play, then it would evolve. But this one is going to start off with, sorry, it wouldn't evolve, it would get the ward, but now it's going to start off with ward. I think it's also cheaper. Now Fanfare, if it evolved, what is in there, it gets +2, making it a 3/3 ward for 2 costs. Gorgeous. Also, because I've been speaking about that, Haven will definitely be evolving a lot. This is a good option. It's a pretty good card. I mean, I've always said 2 cost 1/3 ward is actually pretty cool, because a lot of crafts don't really have a good way to deal 3 damage like on turn 2, so it kind of just stays there. So pretty good option. I think you'll see this in Haven a lot. And that is all that's currently on here. And I just realized now I'm reading this that I could have probably just read this on the webpage. But that's all that they've revealed so far. I just want to get these out of the way. As soon as if I see them, I'm gone. I'm right in there. So what do you guys think? Portalcraft definitely getting some good artifact support. I think nobody has really ran artifact, and it's nice to see that it's getting support. But again, I do apologize. I apologize. But it just doesn't seem as though Portal is going to be that threat that it should be. It's not. It's going to be, you know, especially I'm thinking like pro scene, right? It just doesn't seem like it's gonna be that inherently strong that it's like, yes, Portal, yes, let me invest. Yeah, you know, let me invest into this craft. It's like, why do that when Shadow is better? Why do this when Force is better? Why do this, you know, RUNE is better? Like why bother when you see this? Like, just get RUNE. just invest in RUNE, and don't worry, pick RUNE. Pick RUNE, be happy. Woo! Pick RUNE, be happy. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.